What's good, YouTube? I'm actually making a video right now. I haven't made a video in a very long time. A lot of stuff has popped off, and I try to basically stay to myself. I'm a straight up introvert. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. As you can probably tell, because I'm not posting no videos up with my face and all that type of stuff, and my name and what street I live on, all that crap. I mean, a lot of YouTubers out here, I noticed they put up all the information, and they want y'all to even know your social security number. Look at my bank statement. It's just like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care if I got millions in the bank or I got thousands in the bank. You're not about to be knowing that information out of me. I'm sorry. I was raised old school where you keep your money and your love life and your next move that you make, and you keep that to yourself. You don't tell everybody in their mama what's going on. But basically, man, I made a video before, and I'm about to kind of, it's a continuation a little bit, but I noticed over the past 5 or 10 years that there's been more of an increase in interracial dating, and I think that's a great, marvelous, wonderful, beautiful thing. I really do feel like it's a great thing that needs to take place, especially in America and around the world. And I mean, honestly, to me, it seems like a lot of the black girls in America are really getting spoiled. They're getting, special treatment because of what they went through as kids or what they went through in history. And the feminist movement is really killing a lot of families right now. So many women are saying, "I want to do me. Forget the man, forget the husband, forget the boyfriend," and that's cool to a certain extent because I feel like everybody should be making their own money. Everybody should be making their own moves career wise. But when you do it on a level where you're disregarding that boyfriend, you're disregarding that husband. When you do it on that level, it gets to a point of, okay, what am I really doing here? Am I doing something that is hindering my family's growth, or am I doing something that is really going to hinder me from having a healthy relationship with somebody? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of black guys that I've talked to, they're in a place where they really are like, yo, I'm gonna start dating white chicks, or I'm gonna start dating Hispanic chicks, or I'm gonna start dating somebody else, because a lot of the black women that we encounter, they have this whole attitude of, if you ain't doing this and you ain't doing that and you can't do this and you can't do that, like a whole list, like we going to the first day of school and you pull out a syllabus and you got a rule list that you can and can't do. And a man does not want to feel like he's being mamaed. He's being mothered. He's being told what he can and can't do. But as soon as a man speaks up and say, "Hey, don't do this," a woman gets an attitude. A black woman gets an attitude and says, "Oh, he's trying to control me. He trying to abuse me. He trying to do this to me." And it's like, okay, but you're trying to do the same thing to us as men. You're trying to control and manipulate us. It's just that you got a pussy and I got a penis. So you feel like because you got a pretty face and you got long hair and you got some titties and some ass, that you can get away with, abusing a man. But as soon as a man does what you do to him, it's sexual harassment. It's domestic violence, and it's like I've seen a bunch of cases where women have hit men, and the men were not trying to fight the woman at all. And again, it's with black women. I don't know what's going on. I think a lot of these black women have been played so bad by other black men that they feel like the next black dude to come along, or the next guy that comes along, period, they're going to end up, treating that guy really bad and just treat him like shit. I'm dealing with a situation myself where I love the woman. I really do love the woman. But the woman acts like she does not have time for me at all. And it's getting to the point where she's using different things to try to manipulate and control me. And I'm at a place where I'm like, you know what? I got to take the high road. She's gonna act how she wants to act. She's gonna do what she wants to do. But I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta stand up for myself. I gotta stand strong. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is. So for me, you know what I mean. It sucks that it has to be the way it is, but I'm tired. I'm tired, and I think a lot of guys are tired. I know a friend of mine personally. We talk about this almost every week. How we see beautiful, beautiful black women that we would love to date or we really would like to be with, but we could tell that those women are either promiscuous or they have no self control when it comes to financial, responsibilities or being a steward, over their finances or their home. Their kids are running around wild, or you know what I'm saying. It's either the home has no order in it, and again, it just seems like to me, as I'm saying, it's all about black women. I met a bunch of white women that, they know how to keep a clean home. They may not know how to cook that great, but I'll take a clean home over she knowing how to cook. I'm just keeping it real. I'll take a clean home over she knowing how to cook. Because to me, we can work together on the cooking thing, or I can cook because I know how to cook myself. But it's getting to a point where it's like, okay, what do we do? And then the good black women you do meet, you meet them and you have a good time or you have a good conversation. And you find out they're in a committed relationship that they don't want to be in, or they still hurting over the last dude they was with, so they can't get over that dude, so they can't make no commitment to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's always something, and I know that the same thing for black dudes too. I know a lot of us as black men, we have a lot going on in our lives too, where we deal with child support and we deal with bad credit, and we deal with okay, we went to jail or something like that or whatever. And it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But the reality is, like, if you find a black dude that's really gonna love you for who you are, and it's gonna treat you like royalty, don't be picky over that dude. Please, black women, stop. Women in general, stop being picky. If the brother is gonna love you for who you are, he's gonna treat you like a queen. He's gonna, make sure that you're doing good day in and day out, and really care about your needs and your wants. You know what I'm saying? And more so your needs over your wants, of course. If he's really going to do that, then why give him the hard time of he's not tall enough and he don't make enough money and he too dark or he too light skinned and all this other craziness, this stupidness. Take That's why those marriages back in the 1960s and the 70s and even the 80s, they lasted way longer than the relationships now, because it wasn't about what people wanted, it was about what we needed. So those relationships were based off of real love and real connection. It was no social media interference at all. They didn't care about, and even a lot of those couples now, you talk to them and they just, as soon as you start talking about social media, you lose those people because they care about substance. They don't care about the shallow crap that's going on in today's modern society. They don't care about that. They don't care about what the Joneses are doing down the street or across the street. They don't care. They do not care. They work together to build a home. And the reality is, I think we're moving into a society where we're having less and less marriages and less long lasting relationships, because no one's being real with themselves. No one's being real with God. No one's being real with the person that they're dating or they want to marry. No one's being real with each other. So it's a bunch of fake, shallow people trying to build something real, and it's not going to work. It's just not going to work at all. And I feel like right now, what I'm saying, the world we living in, we really got to get to a place where we are loving ourselves first. And then we can learn how to love the people around us and love the people we want to spend the rest of our lives with and stuff like that. Because, you know, um, it's really just, it's really stupid and sad. It really is. It really is. And I think we would have so many successful relationships if we really could come together and just be real and just say, you know what, this is what I really want. This is what I really desire. Not, oh, I don't know what to do, I'm so torn. Well, you so torn because you're not being real with yourself, and you're not being real with the person you trying to be with. Because if you're really being real with that person, you're really being real with yourself, you wouldn't be torn. You would know automatically what you wanted and what that person wants, because you would take the time to listen to that person, and they would take the time to listen to you, hopefully. So I just feel like that's a little wisdom on my part that I want to share with people. I think you can date who you want to date, whether it's Filipino, Hispanic, Latino, white, black, Indian, Asian, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Arabic, whatever. Turkish, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, date whoever you want to date, but most importantly, date somebody that's going to love you for who you are, not for what you got. Don't date somebody for what they do for you. Date someone for what they bring to the table as a person, as an individual, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because it'll last even longer. But if you just dating somebody because they look good or the sex is good or the money is great, it's not going to last long at all. So that's all I want to say, man. Hope you're having a blessed day and weekend and all the stuff, you know what I'm saying? And 2018, and hopefully I'll start putting up more videos throughout this week and year, the rest of this year. So y'all have a good one. Peace.